so now we're live. Wait till it's up on there. Okay, cool. Can you take the sound off that? Yeah. Are we on? Sorry about that. We got disconnected for a brief moment. My apologies. Can you stay on the Younow one? Mm-hmm. Cool. So we can see what the comments are. All right. What's up, guys?
Yo.
Rare the man. Can you put your laptop here? Or is it going to block your face?
It's just a big silver thing right here.
Cool. So Andrew, here's the comments. We got Andrew here with us. Awesome Gotham already gave us 10 likes. Woo! What's up here with the video? What's up, Zampy? 1499. How many people are tuning in already? 20 viewers already. That's like double than what we had yesterday. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. So let me just make sure we're live on YouTube as well. Give me 1 second, por favor. Ooh. This is us. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're good.
KFC does sound good right now, Silver Fang.
All right, so we're on YouTube. We got a good amount of people in. Let's kick off this movie talk. So we got Andrew with us from Movie Source Channel. We got John with us from Bloomhouse and The Real Rejects. And I'm here today representing the Schmoes Know. So let's get into this, guys. We got some movie news we want to cover. John, last thing I forgot to do, can you open up those articles? Because I forgot they're on that laptop over there.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just going to open them up in this same window here.
Well, Zampy just asked us a question. While John opens this up, Andrew and I can answer this. They want to know what movies we're looking forward to the most next year. Can you guys hear us okay, by the way? Just want to make sure y'all can hear us all right. The laptop's a little far.
Off the top of my head, obviously Star Wars Episode 8, of course. I want to see that storyline continue from the Force
last
Awakens.
movie coming out next year is
Yeah.
the one Andrew's listing.
Well, hey, we're about to be in Star Wars this week, so I'm sorry I'm thinking so far ahead. But also, I'd say I'm looking forward to the Justice League, seeing what happens there. I want to see Thor Ragnarok, obviously Spider-Man Homecoming.
Still hasn't listed my movie.
What's your movie?
Logan.
Logan's that looks really good too.
Logan's my #1 movie that I'm so looking forward to next year. I think it's going to be the best X-Men movie we've ever had. You know what I heard? John and I talked about this a while ago. They played 40 minutes of that at Fox. Isn't that crazy? That's a lot of.
Why would you only play 40 minutes? Like,
you might as well show them the whole fucking film at that
That's
point.
what I'm
know?
thinking too. I would not want to just see 40 minutes.
I can't. That just sounds. That sounds silly. That sounds really silly. Okay, DP, what's going on? I am Noah Flores, George H. We'll answer a couple more questions and we'll go into the talk we want to do. I couldn't see the questions, Johnny.
I know I have to sign.
Why are you signing into Younow?
Because we can't keep on this page. We can't look at anything.
Can you sign in with your Twitter? Because if you sign in with The Real Rejects, we're going to be going to this computer. There we go. All right, we're still live, right? Okay, cool. George H., do you think the Marvel TV characters will be in the Avengers Infinity War? Marvel H., no. I hope they're not. I hope if they put them in there, they're at least in the second one, whatever that one's going to be called.
I don't mind seeing them in the movie if it's like just for a quick second, like, you know, maybe Thanos is causing some kind of mayhem and then you just see a quick shot of them. But I mean, we've already got so many characters in the movie, so obviously I want to, it'd be cool to see on screen, but I just don't know if they have the time or the amount of characters enough to do it. But it'd be cool for like a little cameo sequence. I'd be cool for that.
That'd be cool for that too. I just feel like the film's already going to have like the biggest obstacle in the world, that I think overstuffing it with TV characters. And the TV world is so different from the movies too. Like every one of the movies is there's a similar tone between all of them that allows them all to link up in like a crossover film. And the shows likewise for the shows.
Rated R, I feel like.
Yeah, the shows are hard R.
Yeah.
The shows are very R-rated, except Unity, but the violence and the gore is insane in the Marvel shows.
Kingpin the first season with that guy door for sure.
Absolutely. Oh, real quick, guys. Run DJ Run TV. He donated 30 bars. Run DJ Run TV.
Thank you.
You make me feel full of glee, because that rhymes with TV, just like Greggy.
Like the show.
And he's black. I love it when the black man, donates. Black people have been through a lot. And the fact that they're willing to give to me, a struggling Filipino-Italian man, that's beautiful. That says something. Barack Obama was the greatest. All right.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I am Noah, donated 15 bars. Noah.
Thank you, Noah. You are Noah.
You know who also struggled? Noah from Noah's Ark. His last name was Ark. Mr. Ark.
Mr. Ark.
And Andrew grew up super Catholic. And so he... well, no, wait. You're actually Jewish. And Jewish people know about Noah.
Right.
Dude, that's Old Testament shit. We got Noah from them.
I'm not the most religious guy, sorry.
We grew up Catholic, and Noah over here, was Jewish.
Nice.
Just like your people.
Nice. Go Noah.
Andrew's
learning
what a live stream is.
For that circumstantial piece of your life.
Bars mean something. I forget what they mean, but they equivalent to something that means awesomeness for us.
Just, different measures with rhymes over them.
And let's go into one more question over here. One more question. First off, Deep P. Get it? His name's Deep P.
Maybe he's Indian.
No. It's like DP, like double penetration.
Nice.
That deserves some bars, DP. Send that in. Noah Flores, if you're a wannabe writer, welcome to our world where everyone's a wannabe writer. See, DP said, haha, he gets the joke. Aaliyah S, what's up? And, okay, cool. All right, so first story that we'll talk about before we get into the main one. We will talk about Gotham City Sirens in a second. First one I want to talk about is how Winter Soldier and Harley Quinn are finally crossing over in a movie.
Oh, yeah, I'm so excited.
And it's going to be based around the Tonya Harding biopic.
Woo!
Now, I was 4 years old when this incident happened. John was 8. He is 4 years older than me, but we were in the same grade because I'm smarter than him.
Yeah.
Andrew was 37 years old, and so he was around and awake when all this was going on.
Yep.
What's the Tonya Harding incident? You seem to get very passionate and upset when you found out.
The reason I found out about this is the amazing movie Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell and John Heder.
Yes.
Nancy Kerrigan is actually in the film, and I remember seeing her in the film and just hearing that she was an amazing, figure skater. So I wanted to, read up on her bio, and so I saw what happened with Tonya Harding, and it always made me just really resent her and hate Tonya Harding's guts. So and I felt so bad for Nancy Kerrigan too. So this is it's interesting that they're going to make a film about it. I mean, I thought one day they would, but I love the choices who, like you said, Winter Soldier and Harley Quinn. I think she's really if anyone can play a piece of shit badass, it's I mean, not a badass, but I mean she plays a badass when she's Harley, but a piece of shit at least.
I mean, she was still in the Olympics, so she was a good figure skater.
Yeah,
wait, did you clarify what she did exactly?
I didn't go into what she did, but just I don't want to spoil the movie, but
The plot.
Well, you can't spoil history though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What happened was Tonya Harding and her ex-husband. I don't know if he was her ex at the time. They basically set up a way to injure. What was it? Other person?
Nancy Kerrigan.
And injure her so she couldn't compete against her because she was the #1 threat.
Ruin her career!
And, honestly, I wonder what approach that movie will take. Will it be we sympathize for Tonya Harding? Is the movie going to go out of its way to really go, no, she's a bitch? What approach will they take with it? Regardless, though, seeing Sebastian Shaw, though, and...
Sebastian Stan.
Stan? Who's Shaw?
Nobody.
That's nobody.
Oh, no, Sebastian Shaw, X-Men First Class, Kevin Bacon's character.
Oh, shit! See?
Oh,
more
movie trivia schmodown!
Just connected right into Kevin Bacon. It's perfect.
Real quick.
6 degrees, Kevin Bacon.
What's the, Black Brian, it's his birthday today, guys.
Happy
birthday! Happy birthday, man. Okay, so yeah, Chris Evans set to star in this. There's another story here before we go to Gotham City Sirens. Chris Evans is set to star in the Jekyll movie for director Ruben Fleischer. He's a director. Did he also direct Gangster Squad?
Yeah, in 30 minutes or less.
Yeah,
And
that's
he
the one
did
with Jesse
Zombieland.
Eisenberg.
Zombieland was like his last good film.
I love Zombieland.
It's like the
Such a
one
movie.
film that everybody agrees on that we know of.
Gangster Squad sucked. And 30 Minutes or Less, I was one of the few people who thought that movie was pretty funny. But I rented that movie and I don't think if I paid to watch it, I would have enjoyed it as much.
30 Minutes or Less seems like one of those comedies that you like everybody in it, and so you'll at least enjoy it for that, right?
Yeah.
I think the biggest news, though, with Jekyll is they made it clear that it's not connected to the new Universal Monster universe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's going to be...
It's a remake of the BBC show. Which,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I have not seen.
Yeah, and I'm not saying everything has to be connected, but I mean, I would have been a little more intrigued had I known it's connected. But I mean, I guess it's cool that they're not going to have to worry about being a franchise and they can worry about their own thing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, for me, what excites me is Chris Evans, I feel, has a lot more range than what the masses know him to have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the biggest roles he's had are Human Torch and Captain America. But he's done a lot of other roles, like a lot of indie films where he does a great job. He's even like, I think he's like the ice truck killer or the Frosty Man or something like that.
Dude, he's the star of Not Another Teen Movie. Come on.
Yeah, there you got that one too. Cellular, you guys see that one?
I wanted to.
He takes on Jason Statham. But yeah,
Cellular.
Yeah, that's what I just said. No.
Love that movie.
And Chris,
He's in. There was one.
he's in the Iceman
He's
too.
in Snowpiercer, which is supposed to be
Snowpiercer.
amazing. Like,
And I feel like, that to play a role like Jeff, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know if they're gonna like have him go all CGI when he becomes, which one's the evil one?
Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde.
Hyde. Okay, it's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. All right. When Mr. Hyde, I don't know if they're gonna like CGI him or something. I would love it if he really does get a chance to showcase two very different characters in this movie, because I think he deserves a chance to really showcase his range, and this seems like the kind of movie where he can showcase his range and people will tune in to go watch it as well.
So they're remaking this show as just a movie.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. They do that sometimes with BBC shows. They remake them. I know they did that with Edge of Darkness, something else.
Really? I didn't know that was a
Edge
show.
of Darkness
Learned
was a
something
BBC
new.
miniseries. So yeah. Oh, whoa.
I hope so. I feel like that's the appeal of playing a character like that. Like, you gotta give that actor a chance to play two different sides of a coin. Because Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is like, I gotta imagine that's a gift for an actor to be able to play.
Yeah, because it's a chance to really showcase like much more of your talents. You can play two characters in one. That's awesome. And I would love to. I hope Chris Evans rocks that role, and I hope it does perform well. And I really hope Ruben Fleshlight does a great job with.
Fleischer.
Yeah. I want to point out one night miss 56190 donated 120 bars.
Oh, thank you so much.
Dude, if you're trying to get a picture of my nipples, you just gotta message me on Instagram.
Hey, you could.
You're doing too much work, my friend.
If
One night missed.
If we get 150 more bars, you'll just show them right now.
No. 200 bars will show my nipples. 200 bars. That's all it takes to get me to show some nips, guys.
It's cheap.
This is what I do Younow for. Movie talk, strip teasing. I think I'm a great strip. I think Andrew can dance really well. Doesn't he just have that personality?
Yes.
You look like a dancer.
You
You
look
look
like-
very graceful.
They stole all my
Like you
moves.
shaved your legs.
Dirty Dancing stole their moves from me.
That's what. Oh shit!
The first one are Havana Nights.
Joe Brown donated 2,000 bars.
Damn.
Oh wow!
That is so kind. Thank you.
3,000 bars.
Thank you so much. That's very kind. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
One. Oh, it's even got a little bit of a chill. You gave him a nipple chill there.
I look kind of toned from where I'm sitting and looking at this screen. I look a lot more toned than if I was really up close to you guys. But this is for you, Joe Brown. This is for you.
Looking at your body, I still don't know how you're not in a Marvel movie or DC movie.
That's how I feel every time I shower.
It's
Puzzling
like
to
the
me.
first time I saw Chris Pratt take his shirt off.
Oh, dude. This is all for Joe Brown. You guys don't look.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
No,
sorry,
everyone
Joe.
turn off their computer. This is just for Joe Brown. There you go,
They're
buddy.
having their American Pie moment.
Andrew, I think you need more subs on your channel. Dope reviews.
Can't be AV,
Hey,
man.
Can't be
Can't
AV.
be AV. Gave you some love.
Thanks, buddy.
Should they reboot Tremors or Maximum Overdrive? The thing is, I really wish you could reboot Maximum Overdrive now, because that would just be badass. I don't think now's the time.
Hey, I know people on YouTube, because we live stream this through.
No CGI, Mr. Hyde. No.
We like whoa.
So much YouTube.
So many comments are on the YouTube one though.
Oh man, some is erect. You made
Patrick F said hashtag free the nipple.
Not bad.
Dude, I think there's, I don't know if there's a lot. Joshua, I am not fat. I am pleasantly obese.
Fucking yes, because I love Jesus.
Guys, have you seen La La Land yet?
I haven't. I know you told me I gotta see it. I know.
John, can you quickly tell them what you thought of La La Land?
Oh,
You guys
my
got to
goodness.
see. You guys got to hear this.
What do you mean? Are you gonna make me review it? Like
No, just give a quick opinion. To me, La La Land's the best movie I've seen all year.
Yeah, I really loved that movie. I had a great time watching it. I went alone. I had my own sort of retreat day, and there's so much heart and joy in that movie, and you know, at least right now before the inevitable backlash machine sets in, it is a perfect meld of classic, jazz musical with a modern movie that is just terrific. It just made my soul happy.
So you guys are saying I should avoid it? Okay.
Yeah, don't watch it.
All right.
It's amazing.
Don't watch it.
No.
You know how some people try killing themselves after Avatar?
Mm-hmm.
You will definitely kill yourself because that movie is the best thing ever, and you'll realize your life will never amount to anything as good as that movie.
It's playing in New York and LA right now. It's on 5 screens. It'll go wider, I think, in a few weeks at least.
Hey, YouTube folks, just want to let you know, we are now looking at your comments. Jose Lewis keeps asking, are you reading YouTube? Yes. Yes, Jose. People just keep putting in the same questions, which is smart because, sometimes a lot of these comments come in.
Yeah.
A lot of people are talking about being fat right now. That's awesome.
Greg, it's me.
And Ricky, what's up, dog? All right, YouTube people. Okay, let's.
Hi, Leo.
Yeah, Leo, what's up, man?
What's up, Leo?
Hey,
You're
Boston.
my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Boston Beauty became a fan.
It is very much
Oh,
soulful
it's-
as the trailers.
I wouldn't. Normally, when I hear Boston, I go, "You fucking cocksucker," but now.
Departed's a great movie,
Number
man.
1 fan. Oh, thank you,
Oh,
Night Mist.
dude, Night Mist. Oh my gosh.
Are we excited about the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, guys?
Not really.
Night
if I'm
Mist,
being
this is for
honest.
you.
Not especially.
This is for you, Night Mist.
I
checked
want
out.
to be excited.
I
about
checked
the
out
Pirates
at
movie.
World's End. I was done at that point. The first movie's
Just a little bit
amazing.
armpit hair to amp up the sexual tension. Oh yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see that? You see that, Andrew? You see that?
I see it. It's in my.
It's
freaking
mainly for
notes.
Night Mist,
Oh,
but
thank
it's
you,
also
Rich
for
B.
you.
I'm here to stare at you too.
Rich B, what's going on? Hey, did any of you guys ever watch that Lethal Weapon show? Christopher81 wants to know.
No.
I didn't, but I heard some people say they actually enjoyed it, but I did not.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's
But
hard
everyone-
for me. I'm so obsessed with the movies. I just didn't know how to feel about seeing the show, so I was very skeptical.
Everyone keeps telling me it's a good show, and I don't know. I feel like it's the one thing out there where my ego is so up against that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm just not even allowing myself to even try to check this out. I just don't even want any of that imagery in my head.
I feel
There's
like
only one Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh.
I could be very wrong about this, but I feel like the Lethal Weapon show is probably a pretty good crime procedural, and not much more than that.
I don't know. Hey, Night Mist, since you donated so much, since you're the #1 fan on Younow, we will answer your question. Are you excited for Underworld Blood Wars? Since you donated so much, we'll give you an answer. No, not really. I might even skip the movie. Are any of you guys excited for
I've
the
never
movie?
seen one Underworld, so I am definitely very excited to see it.
I stopped at 3. I stopped halfway through 3, and I was like, I'm done with this movie. It's boring as fuck now.
I might just to see what happened after so
Is
long.
Kate Beckinsale
You know,
in it? Is Kate Beckinsale in this
Yeah,
one?
she's in this one.
I don't know. We get to the point now where when a movie like Underworld, a new Underworld comes around, I'm like, hey, franchises are getting to the point where they'll randomly get good again, and everything is getting recultivated.
Not
So
a bad point.
Yeah.
I'd check in now and see,
Not a bad
but
point.
I'm not rushing out to see it now.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge Underworld fan.
No, I mean, you've got a point. Like, the Fast series has gotten better as time goes on. The Mission Impossible series gets better as time goes on.
Like Lewis.
I feel like Underworld and Resident Evil are kind of similar.
Yeah.
Like, they're totally different, but they're kind of similar.
Joe Anderson is Kurt Cobain. Great call. Yeah, they are kind of similar. They feel like the same video game.
Hey, guys.
That's not Resident Evil.
Angela Pilecki on YouTube said, "You guys are my favorite React channel." You hear
Aw.
that? We beat you.
Yeah,
Movie Source,
fuck you,
Movie
Andrew.
Source is all about reactions, and
Uh-huh.
he needs to stop.
I know.
Because we're the best.
Quit reacting.
Quit trying to
while you're
react.
behind.
You know, I was talking with this a lady subscriber yesterday who was telling me how she's really she lives in Florida. Her name's Crystal. Hey, Crystal. She's just telling me how she loves watching the reactions because she doesn't know a lot of people who nerd out over movies and shows the way how we do when we do reactions. So it allows her to feel like she's, you know, with a friend who's nerding out with her. And that made me feel special because in California, you meet everyone, any trailer I watch, everyone I know has fucking seen it already. But in like, apparently in other parts of America though, not everyone's so into movies like they are here in LA. So that's when they really get the chance to see, you know, the people with love.
Yeah.
Ricky the Shoemaker, you better not leave me. You make the best shoes. My fedoras.
Jeepers Creepers movie.
I
I don't know
I've
if
heard they're gonna
Jeepers
make. I've
Creepers
heard they're
3
gonna.
is still
I've heard,
getting made or not.
I've heard for so long they're gonna make that. I mean,
Well, they've been trying, but I think Victor Salva's not in a good standing anymore with society.
Yeah.
I think they were like, we're going to green... Oh, no, people were too pissed. We're not going to green like this.
Ridge B says he's here to stare at Jerry.
Oh.
Jerry is someone I love staring at. You know why? Because his name's not even Jerry, it's John. But I look at you as a Jerry.
I've played a Jerry.
We've all played Jerry's. We've all played Jerry's.
And I've eaten at Jerry's Fantasy Deli.
You ever been to Jerry's? You're Jewish. You've been to Jerry's Famous Deli.
many, many times. They've got good
Just
matzo ball
automatically
soup, guys.
pass through there for being part of the club.
Thanks for being judgmental, man.
It's not being judgmental. I'm saying you get a privilege, like the way how us Catholics can go to
Church.
Olive Garden or something.
Dude, Olive Garden's good, man. I like that.
But it's for Italian Roman Catholics.
That's you'll understand it more. It's like watching the Wet Hot American TV show. It's like you'll get it more if you saw the movie, but you can still come.
All right, guys, we've delayed this long enough. Let's talk about the Gotham City Sirens movie.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, kickstart us off. What is Gotham City Sirens? Give us a little breakdown.
Well, we got Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie's coming back. We got Catwoman's going to be in the movie, and Poison Ivy. We got David Ayer, from the director of Suicide Squad, is coming back to direct this film. And you know, I don't know too much about the Gotham City Sirens storyline. I just know, obviously, you know, from being a humongous fan of the Batman animated series as a kid, some of my favorite episodes were when Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy teamed up. So, you know, from that aspect, I'm looking very much forward to this. You know, I like Suicide Squad. There were a lot of parts in it that were a jumbled mess, though, so I don't know how I feel about David Ayer doing it, just from the way the DC Universe has been going and the way how Warner Brothers has been meddling in these movies' affairs. So the concept and the idea sounds really cool, and I love all three of these characters, but I'm kind of worried, like, is Catwoman going to have Meow tattooed to her forehead, and Poison Ivy going to have, like, leaves tattoos and stuff like that? Because, I mean, I don't know, like, Suicide Squad, again, like I said, there were portions and parts I did like, but I don't know how I feel about David Ayer directing this, so.
John, what do you think?
I'm at the point now, and I realized this afternoon, where, like, now, whatever DC announces, I'm in the place where I'm just kind of going to throw up my hands and giggle a little and be like, let's just see what you're going to do, because, like, now there are no rules anymore. Especially with, like, as weird and disjointed as everything surrounding Batman vs. Superman and then Suicide Squad was, like, at this point, I'm mostly just along for the ride and, like, amused until something happens. You know, it's like David Ayer, again, I think he's made more competent films enough to the point that Suicide Squad doesn't, like, make me completely doubt his ability to direct a film ever again. I'm curious as to how that'll go over when he's doing it for DC again, because I don't know what their deal is. But I'm not like, oh, David Ayer yet, because, like, Suicide Squad seems like it's Yeah, I'll see what happens next.
Guys, I think these two are crazy. I think Suicide Squad couldn't have been any better.
At all.
I think Suicide Squad was the benchmark for future...
It should be nominated for Best Picture.
Oh my god! Oh my!
No, it's Suicide Squad's a big pile of shit.
Were you joking?
I was joking.
Oh my
it's called
god.
sarcasm.
You got me.
I was channeling Jared Leto's Joker there, and I did it.
Ah!
Now that Joker laugh would have been cool if he just did it like that.
Is every once in a while Pee Wee Herman
I just feel like they're fucking up Batman's rogue gallery so much. Like, why are you showing us Batman's whole rogue gallery before you even have Batman going toe to toe with any of them yet?
Their order,
So,
they don't.
You've already given us I know Deadshot is in like other DC stuff too, but you got Deadshot already. You got Harley Quinn in there. You got Killer Croc. These people who are known to be the Joker, and now you're putting Poison Ivy and Catwoman out there before putting them in like establishing the Batman dynamics and stuff. Like, oh, we're just slightly hint a little more that Batman was a part of their past. I think it's spoiling Batman. I think it's spoiling like a big fun of what we could have for Batsy, dude.
I do. I agree with you.
It's rushing it.
I feel like
why are they still rushing it? I'm sorry, John, but why are they still rushing it?
Yeah. The thing about DC that becomes clear to me, and I don't know what makes it this way, but I almost feel like they're a company whose film division is run by a comic book reading 11-year-old, because like that's what the attention span seems like. There doesn't seem to be any foresight. It's
Zack
just
Snyder's son.
Yeah, when something works, they're just like, oh, yeah, we'll just make that. Like, people love that. Like, hey, Suicide Squad's a really messy movie that's all over the place and fucked up and a lot of people don't like, but let's do this other really cool sounding thing when we've also already proven that we can't nail that.
The DCEU has become exactly a movie studio franchise. Like, I love that Marvel's, like, while they have things that are very much like, okay, this is like the Marvel beat sheet. We all know a Marvel beat sheet now, especially for their origin movies. But they still go out of their way to tend to fans. And they know how to still give us good movies. What DC is doing is not listening to what anyone's saying. They're not listening to a single person who is complaining. They just go, but it's making money. So let's just keep doing more of that.
Well, DC talks out of both sides of their mouth, though, and that's the problem, is they can't stand around and go, no, hey, the fans, this movie. Like, they do that both times. They're like, hey, the fans. It's not about the fans. But this is what people are saying, and now we got to reshoot our movies to make them more fun. Like, we got to take this thing that we're outwardly denying and apply it to our movies.
And for me, like, look, I love these characters, but I want other people to love them too. People who don't cater to DC characters, people who don't know these characters. I want them to go into these movies and go, I know we had Poison Ivy back in fucking Batman and Robin.
Oh, but that was amazing.
But I mean, like, I know we've seen some of these characters in past films, but a lot of the movie-going audience nowadays, they're not invested in these characters, and now you're just throwing them in films and saying, oh, Batman fought them in the past, and now here's a new storyline. So I'm with you from that perspective. It'd be nice where they could be in a solo Batman movie, and then we expand the story, and then go to like their solo movies. So.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't think there's no other way. Like, I think there is a different way to do it than what Marvel does. But the thing that skeeves me now about DC is that I know the trailers are going to look amazing. I just know it. They have a great ad team who could sell just about anything. And, those trailers all come out looking different, which is a telltale sign. But the thing is, what I realize about Marvel is, even though there are complaints about their structure and their plan, when Marvel lays out a plan, you kind of get what they're talking about. And DC seems like they have no plan whatsoever, and especially with as shaky as all of their movies post Dark Knight Rises have been, I just have no trust that they know that they have an idea.
Yeah.
They seem to kind of do whatever they want when people say so, and they don't look very hard at the quality of the movie.
Basically what John is saying, wait for the extended edition.
Because I want to know these people, like, now more than ever, it's crucial for me, if I'm going to care about a DC Universe movie ever again, is for them to go, here's our plan. Here's why we're going to do these in this order. Here's what it's leading to. Because right now it seems like they're just in a hurry to get to Justice League.
Hey, real quick, I'm going to continue this talk. But Stephanie L and Danielle D became fans.
Oh, all right.
I know both of these women.
Thank you.
I've met both of these women. They're wonderful performers. They really know how to work a pole. I'm kidding, ladies. Thank you so much. I will be kind and respectful to you for the remainder of this broadcast. Hey, Stephanie. So yeah, okay. Nick took forever. The MU fan right now. I think Daniel D's officially not a fan anymore. Anyway, okay. What really upsets me about this move is they got David Ayer back. Why? Why David Ayer? He already proved that, like, most people don't consider Suicide Squad that good of a movie. And David Ayer, I thought, greatly fumbled the ball with Suicide Squad. And I just don't see how, okay, yeah, let's clash more, let's do female Suicide Squad-like movie with David Ayer. And I just feel like, that's like getting Zack Snyder to direct Justice League after Batman v Superman.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. A, DC does that. And B, again, we don't... This is the problem with these movies. There's so many news reports. There's so much speculation. We don't know what happened truly with either BVS or Suicide Squad. And again, we have these guys' past movies to go off of. And so David Ayer returning is a weird concept to me because I don't like the combination of David Ayer DC.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think that Suicide Squad was such a David Ayer piece. And like they even publicized how little time they had to write it and all the reshooting they did. I'm not optimistic, but I'm not like, why the fuck would you get this guy? I'm surprised that they did, but I think if they back off, maybe he could do a good job this time. You know?
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that. But
they're not going to, because you know what they're going to say to David Ayer?
Well, we have...
If we didn't back off, Suicide Squad wouldn't have made so much money.
That's not fucking true. Like, those BVS at least and Suicide Squad had money built into them. And the thing is, like, we have Wonder Woman and Justice League and Aquaman to find some of this out. And I'm a little worried for Wonder Woman because of that letter and just because of the timeline and because of everything that's led up to that.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned for Justice League because that trailer is awesome, you know, and I'm a little afraid of that.
But John, don't you know that every great trailer equals to a great movie?
Oh yeah, it's the rules.
Dude, did you remember that Batman Forever trailer thing I sent you? Like, that really proved... There's this new Batman Forever trailer, not new, but it's a Batman Forever trailer with Tron Legacy music on it, and I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, but the way you see the trailer cut, it looks like a dark, epic story that's being told.
The best mashup trailer I ever saw was Dark Knight Inception style. That was the best one I ever saw. Let's look at some comments again real fast before we move on to the next story.
Should we check on YouTube?
Yeah, let's look on YouTube. We're looking on YouTube now.
Oh, this is YouTube, sorry.
Yes. Yes. Anthony Penny says, happy birthday to me. Thank you. I am 46 years old as of today. Hey, where's Uruguay? Yeah, you guys know?
Where's who?
Uruguay.
No.
It's a country.
Oh, Uruguay. Yeah. Hello.
Where's Uruguay?
Isn't that where Fede Alvarez is from, or is it? Yeah, he's from Uruguay.
He's German.
It's a South American
country. Yeah.
Yes, German.
And then, who do you, real quick.
Wait, somebody keeps asking this question. Oh,
what question?
Somebody kept asking if you think Universal should end Fast and the Furious after the 8th one.
Should Universal end Fast and... All right, we'll take a question from the audience. Should Universal end Fast and the Furious
Boobs.
After 8? No, I don't think they should end Fast and the Furious.
13 more.
I agree with Andrew. I say milk it for as long as you can. Dwayne Johnson is going to be working out for the next 5 years for sure. And as long as he's working out, we'll get more Fast and Furious movies. Vin Diesel can do his own Groot spinoff. That's what I'm thinking.
Groot and Dominic Toretto together.
And the Iron Giant.
And the Iron Giant. I would watch the shit
And to
out.
answer the question, as long as they keep grossing $700 million and above, they're going to keep making them. So
yeah. We see Fast and the Furious as the one franchise that's gotten like down to a point where I'm like, all right, this is one of those money-making machine movies that I'm like, I'm okay with. because they know what it is.
Yeah, they know how to make it fun but still badass and stuff. Like they know that line.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Riddick versus Tom.
Riddick versus Dawn would have been great. And then what's another? Well, you can't cross over Fast and Furious now with Mad Max. I love John and I came up with our crossover, Mad Max Furious Road.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
Hmm? Andrew's just as excited about it as I am.
Fast Max Furious Road. So it's like a perfect
I remember
Max.
You did. That was a good idea.
It's his cousin, played by Paul Walker's brother.
Anyway, okay. So the other DC story that came out a little while ago was Patrick Wilson is going to be the Aquaman, one of the Aquaman villains, or maybe the main one, which is cool because Zack Snyder is producing that one. Zack Snyder has worked with Patrick Wilson before, and James Wan has worked with Patrick Wilson 4 times now.
Yeah,
this would be the 5th time they're working together. That's a great addition. Great addition. Hey, remember Danielle D's question? She's the first female. And Stephanie asked favorite horror movie. Remember those 2 questions. I got to be respectful.
I have to be.
So Andrew, tell us who's James Wan playing in the new Aquaman film.
James Wan is
James
Wan is
There might have
directing.
a cameo, or there might be a drawing of a spiral or a puppet.
He's gonna eat a carrot like Peter Jackson in The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. But no, what Patrick Wilson is gonna be playing is Orm, which he's basically the Loki of this universe. He's Aquaman's half brother, and he's very jealous of him because Orm he wants to rule society more, and Aquaman's more like Thor, where he's more the peaceful side. So, and their mother obviously trusts Aquaman more. So, this is a really interesting move because I really like Patrick Wilson a lot, and it's a funny little fact. Patrick Wilson is actually the voice of the President of the United States in Batman v Superman when they're saying to nuke Superman in Doomsday.
Yeah.
So Orm is really the president.
That's right, in disguise. So they're gonna have to explain that.
Bruce Willis was dead the whole time?
That's fucking crazy. In Cop Out?
I think. I know Patrick Wilson's played villains before. I can't quite remember.
The A-Team?
He was the villain in the A-Team. That's right.
I love that movie. I don't care what anybody says. I love that movie.
For the longest time, I viewed Patrick Wilson as the man who always gets half naked or fully naked.
Dude, he's gonna be underwater?
In every movie he does, he's either shirtless.
Night Owl.
Night Owl is butt naked.
Did you see his butt?
First movie I saw him in was the miniseries Angels in America, where he has sex with a lady, the chick from Weeds. What's her name?
Mary Louise Parker?
Yes, and he has sex with he's a sexual. Yeah, one of those. And I think that's really cool. I feel like James Wan's gonna fucking do a great job with this movie.
James Wan's a guy, if James Wan can't make a good movie out of this, I will know. Because, James Wan can make a solid movie just about anywhere, and he seems like a guy who's really good at making the movie he wants, but still playing with the team,
Yes, very true, very true. All right, John. Stephanie L., remember Danielle D's question. Stephanie L. asked, what's your favorite horror movie?
That's hard.
All right, Andrew, you go first since John and I have answered this question before.
I'd probably say, I'm not the biggest horror fan, but I'd probably say Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. I
3.
One in 1984. That movie just, I can rewatch that movie and still get scared by it. Obviously, there's some 80s tropes in there that you see when you see some of the CGI work in and how Freddy works, but it works in that movie. You were really scared of that character, and a character who can attack you in your nightmare. It's just very, very scary. So I've always, and Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, he's amazing.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I tend to say my favorite movie is Scream. There's some horror movies I've watched that really do make an impact on me. Scream is the one that I feel has always been because that's a movie that's like a love letter to horror movies at the same time being its own unique horror movie. And I know that wasn't there a Nightmare on Elm Street that Wes Craven did where it was the actors?
Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Yeah, that was kind of like the playground for what kind of became Scream later. And I feel like Scream is. I don't know. I talk about it a lot on this channel. I just feel like Scream is perfect. I think it's a perfect. And I fell in love with Neve Campbell when I was young.
You know, Drew Barrymore was supposed to play that role.
Fuck that. I'm glad she got killed the first 5 minutes. Fucking deserved it.
Favorite horror movie is hard, man. See, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one that I think is like might be a perfect film to me. Favorite horror movie is always a really tough question. It changes by the day. I've said this a million times. Ed Wood is my favorite movie, and it's like, it's got horror stuff in it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it like a straight up horror film.
Would you say Aliens is more sci-fi than horror?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna say horror is Alien. Is
I think it's a thriller.
Yeah, I think that's because like thriller, like there's a weird debate you can have about the word thriller because a lot of people will say, you know, like we're forced to kind of have the argument over horror as a quality genre when you come from my side of the tracks.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people will lump like respectable horror movies in as thrillers and not horror, and so it's hard to tell what the true distinction is now. Like colloquially between a thriller and a horror movie, and I think that's a thriller.
Yes.
Like Aliens is a great example of a thriller.
Yeah, Aliens is like the sci-fi thriller. Alien versus Predator is like the ultimate horror movie, you know?
The very
it's a horror
top,
that movie got
top
made.
Shelf.
I wouldn't say it's a horror that movie got made.
Yeah,
I feel
right.
like AVP.
How about Requiem?
Oh, very underrated.
But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the first Alien is
maybe
very
Nosferatu,
claustrophobic.
right?
That has a lot of horror elements too. The first Alien, such a claustrophobic film.
Hey guys, Younow has given us tips to get incentives on how to get more bars. I'm totally ignoring all their tips. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, John. He really needs to buy some merchandise for his mother, and he needs some bars. So if you guys can donate some bars to help John get specific horse merchandise for his mother. Noah.
This is odd because like it's kind of realistic.
How do people get bars on YouTube? You know exactly.
I have no idea.
What are people on YouTube saying?
We'll beg. You can
Then we'll get to Danielle's question.
Have you heard that Nick cast Chris Pratt might be the new Han Solo? Sorry.
What are people on YouTube saying?
Oh, I don't know.
All right, YouTube people, let's go back to you for a second.
The Room.
What's your favorite Jake Gyllenhaal movie?
Prisoners.
Brokeback Prisoners.
Nightcrawler. I'd say performance is Nightcrawler.
Oh shit, though Nightcrawler. That's
His
hard.
performance in that's one of those few roles where I've seen a film like Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. When you watch that performance, I don't see Heath Ledger at all in the film. When I watch Nightcrawler and I watch Jake Gyllenhaal, like I really don't see Jake Gyllenhaal. He just transforms into this character. So,
but if you pay attention,
how about City Slickers 1? He was really good as Billy Crystal's little son.
If you look at his face, though.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a hard question for me because the thing is, I would probably
Prince of Persia.
Yes, absolutely.
Very underrated movie.
No, I would probably rewatch Nightcrawler more times, but his role in Prisoners is like one of my favorite performances ever.
Comments got a little scattered there. But someone wanted to know who would we cast. There's a question from YouTube. Who would we cast as Catwoman, and who would we cast as Poison Ivy? I think Catwoman, clearly Halle Berry, and Poison Ivy. Who's that girl from Kill Bill?
Zoe Bell.
No, Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. I think Uma Thurman would be a Poison. I'm surprised she hasn't gotten the offer yet to ever bang Poison Ivy.
Yeah. That's who we are.
Honestly, I'm not going to speculate who I want to play the role, just as long as they get, I mean, so far the two actresses that they've had in the more recent Catwoman versions, or not recent, Halle Berry, I mean the 92 film Batman Returns, I love Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, and I thought... Michelle Kwan. I also enjoyed Anne Hathaway's Catwoman, so, I mean, if they want to go back to Halle Berry, fine, I'll support that decision, I guess, but, I mean... Honestly, at this point, I don't want to speculate who I think they should do. We'll see who the decision is, and then, we'll go from there. But I just want to see an actress who's really going to feel like is going to portray this role to the right way. Because I don't want, like you said, the Halle Berry version. Like that was just crap.
Dude, I don't know.
I think you guys are too hard on a lot of very underrated movies.
All right, Michelle Williams and M. Stone.
I think Someone on
I'd be
Younow
down for Emma Stone is. Oh, I wouldn't be mind that.
Like, I get why it would happen, but I actually don't want to see that.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing Eva Green.
Sorry,
seems
man.
like an obvious choice for Poison Ivy,
Mm-hmm.
but I still wouldn't.
That would
mind
be
her.
good, though.
I still
can
wouldn't
see
mind her. I feel like she'd be great because Eva Green is great at playing seductive villains, and that's very much what Poison Ivy
Yeah.
needs to be.
Mos Def.
And who else is there? I mean, if you're gonna get Will Smith as Deadshot, fuck it. I mean, do something where it actually fits when you see a comic book character. Green is just a perfect match for Poison Ivy.
And then Gina Carano can play Catwoman.
Catwoman, I want her to be someone with good chemistry as well with Batman down the road.
Okay.
So I'm thinking
Alicia Silverstone.
Jennifer Garner. Okay. More
Ah,
bad jokes.
Funny.
yeah.
I mean, for Catwoman, who would I want to play Catwoman?
A real cat.
Copper.
Yes, not Todd. Copper.
Yeah, who would I want to play Catwoman?
Does it have to be someone famous?
Sandra
Dakota Fanning.
Oh. No, please. Has to be someone sexy and alluring. Keira Knightley? Nah, she needs a bigger bust.
I would love to see a Christina Hendricks Poison Ivy, but that's just for my own, enjoyment.
Yeah, we'll keep it there.
I'd be down for Kate Beckinsale as Catwoman.
No,
That's leather again.
I just don't want her to bring
I don't
underwear.
know. I could see her as Catwoman.
Who's a good
Hey,
choice?
Daniel D said Christina Hendricks for Poison Ivy, and then like right around the time you said it, Mila Kunis is Catwoman. Christopher 81.
Not now.
Come on, no.
Not now.
I mean, who's on TV? That's great. I love it when they take like a TV actor. Who's
Evan Wood.
Evan Rachel Wood. Who's on Game of Thrones right now? Who's still alive in the show?
I have no idea where you are.
I don't know. I can't think of.
Sansa.
I can't think of who would be a great Catwoman.
Catwoman. I know. There's an actress there.
There's an actress.
Get one of the British actresses who's on the scene now.
Yeah, I was thinking British. That's why I thought Keira Knightley at first. Yeah, I haven't a clue. Is there anyone getting Oscar nominated who's going to get this opportunity? Brie Larson. Nah, Brie Larson.
Ruth Negga could do it.
She could.
Alicia Vikander.
Because
Alicia Vikander would actually be a good choice.
Alicia Vikander is a good choice, and I really, really loved her. I've really enjoyed her in everything I've seen her in, but she's got that same right now. That's the same reason why, going back to somebody else's question, why I'm excited about the rumor that Chris Pratt will be Solo and Indiana Jones.
Cast on
I don't want to see this person as everybody. Vikanders. I don't want to get sick of her.
Oh, can't be if he had a great.
Oh, dude, Tandy Newton.
Tandy Newton would be a great
She would
Catwoman. She would be a great Catwoman.
I think Tandy Newton or Ruth would be, because if you think back to Preacher, like Ruth Negga has that alluring thing. She can also be tough as nails, and she's got that like sly sort of.
Or
like
Helen Mirren. As
that would be a fucking great Alfred! Oh my god, if you gender bent Alfred, I would be so excited. Because no one would be able to argue if
She's
it was,
my nanny.
like, everyone can agree upon two women in this world, and that's Betty White, or it used to be
I
Betty
just want
White.
to see Helen Mirren.
And Helen
Mirren.
Yeah. I can see Helen Mirren totally.
No, don't make Jon Snow Mr. Freeze. Although that would be a...
Hey, what was Daniel D's question earlier?
which friend stopped, right, Daniel? Remind us if we're wrong, but I believe it was...
I thought it was one that
which
continued.
one you wanted to continue. How about we do both?
Okay, Daniel D asked which franchise we think could have continued but stopped.
Yeah.
I have to go back. I mean, as excited as I am for the MCU, I have to go back to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Oh, that was going to be fun.
That was going to be yours?
Yeah.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is the one franchise where I was like, you motherfuckers definitely ended this franchise and just rebooted it. Because I am really excited for Spider-Man to be in the MCU. I really do love Tom Holland in Civil War. I love the trailer. But damn, they were working on it. They had a script ready. They were going to do a 4 and 5. And it really does bum me out because Spider-Man 3 didn't have to be the end note on that franchise. I feel like he could have gone out strong. I feel like he would have learned from whatever mistakes Part 3 had.
Lots of mistakes.
Well,
it's a very underrated movie.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing about Spider-Man 3 is like Spider-Man 3 is not a solid movie, but it's one of those movies where there are nuggets of goodness, and it does feel like a real movie. The way stuff, especially superhero stuff, it doesn't feel that same way. Like there's a different mold now. And
But
I feel
it
like
is a bloated mess.
It is a bloated mess, but it still has some of the earmarks and some of the genuine heart that comes with a Sam Raimi picture. Like, it's still, as far as Sam Raimi blockbusters go, I still think more fondly on Spider-Man 3 than I do on... It's like I don't even really remember Oz or some of those other
I like Spider-Man 3 more than Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Exactly, yeah. And I liked what he was talking
Comparing
about.
shit to shit. Yeah, nice.
I liked what he was talking about with the villains, and I really, really wanted to see Dylan Baker do the Lizard.
I'm sorry, after get upset.
No, I agree with you. That
Do Spider-Man for life. I love that sequence. I don't give a shit.
What about you? What franchise would you have liked to have seen continue?
I still got to think a little more on continue, but franchise I was happy to see stop was Amazing Spider-Man after Amazing Spider-Man 2, and obviously when they got together to reunite, or rather bring the character onto the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I was very happy about that. So, I mean, Amazing Spider-Man 2, that film just... What can you say about that film? It's a very big pile of steaming shit.
Yes.
That's how I really feel about it.
I can't even revisit it.
Yeah,
I tried to.
There's just
that
too
movie
there's
is
just
like
too many
incessantly fine.
There's just too many things going on, too many cooks in the kitchen with that film, and you've got so many different storylines. They're trying to pander to the Sinister Six. They can't even focus on what they're trying to do. And Jamie Foxx's character of Electro is just ridiculous.
That character's in a different version of that movie. Like that, he felt like more a Sam Raimi Spider-Man villain than an Amazing Spider-Man villain because he was like wacky and kind of whimsical.
That seems to be the one thing I liked about the movie. Movie fights!
Oh shit!
And I'll say something a little controversial, I guess, for a series I would have liked to continue, even though I do love the Daredevil Marvel TV's universe.
I was going to say 12 Years a Slave.
Right.
13 years a slave.
I will say, if you watch the Daredevil director's cut with Ben Affleck, I really freaking think that movie's really underrated. The director's cut, not the theatrical cut. That movie sucks.
No.
No, really. We rewatched the director's cut. It's actually a pretty good movie. They add 30 minutes in. There's more scenes going on. There's more storyline, especially with Matt Murdock as a lawyer. You get a different side of Ben Affleck in that. He's doing more better things as Matt Murdock. Also, too, I really think if that version would have been released, that would have spawned more sequels for that franchise. And again, the theatrical version, hell no, that movie sucks. The director's cut, that deserved a sequel to me, and I would have been down for that.
Somebody shouted out the 28 movies. Do you mean like 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later? Because that would be cool to continue.
No, he's talking about 28 Days.
Oh yeah,
The
Sandra Bullock.
Rehab movie.
She goes through a different kind of rehab. Actually, I'll do you one because we had the same one. I really wished, and this was the last time I at least recall really hoping for a sequel, was the A-Team.
What?
I love the A-Team, man. I don't give a shit. I know nobody else likes it. Got a 50% though, and 50%, like when something falls there on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm usually like, that's one of those movies where if you don't like it, you don't like it. And if you do like it, you do. And I had a great time with that movie, and I was really bummed that a sequel did not get made.
Whoa, Alice Rocks just donated 4,000 bars.
Thank you, Alice.
Alice Rocks, I am in shocks. You're going to get some Christmas stocks.
Reginald B.
That was a nice
You
bar.
have unlocked this rock of a wall like Static Shock.
Dude, is there? Are they making a Static Shock movie? I thought I heard like a rumor.
Yeah, it stars Tyrese Gibson.
It's a really old
As a
Static
high schooler. Hey, Christine loved the A-Team too. You're not alone, John.
Yes,
You're
two
not
people.
alone. Someone in the internet who likes you.
Two fans of the A-Team.
MDS Filmer on YouTube, because we can't just real fast. Hey, Night Mist just topped Alice. Night Mist with the bars.
Night Mist dropping
Night Mist
that
and Alex
bars.
Rocks. My God, Night Mist and Alex Rocks. That could be the new Versus movie of who could donate the most bars to the Real Rejects in the matter of a broadcast.
Thank you for becoming a fan, Christopher B.
Dude, Night Mist and Alex Rocks.
Taylor B loves the A-Team too.
I feel like there's a word for penis that rhymes with rock.
Oh. No, wait.
Not clock.
Jock.
Yeah, I have a huge jock. For you, Alice Rocks
Same
and
neighborhood.
Night Mist, you deserve a kiss. It's called forcing rhymes.
Bubble Boy
Kanye
2.
does.
Bubble Boy 2 is my favorite Jake Gyllenhaal performance.
Hey, wait, there's a question. MD Swimmer asked on YouTube, are you excited for the Punisher Netflix show?
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
I haven't been this excited for a Punisher thing in a long time. Like, I remember when I found out that Jon Bernthal was cast as the Punisher, that was one of those choices where you're like, perfect choice. And then right when it comes out on Daredevil, everyone's like, perfect. He was perfect. And that's the best way to describe Jon Bernthal as the Punisher. And the Netflix shows I find incredibly more engaging and extremely more memorable than any of the movies. So seeing Jon Bernthal, because that's a real anti-hero Punisher. So it's not like Luke Cage, Daredevil, even Jessica Jones to a certain extent, they're very good protagonists. They're good heroes. But like while they're contemplated and have their inner conflicts and shit, Punisher is I mean, they set him up as like the fantasy. Like, I imagine that will be their most violent show.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's such a sympathetic character too. So like,
Man.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to this too. The action that we got to see in the Daredevil by Punisher when he's just killing people left and right. It was just so much fun and mayhem to watch. So and Jon Bernthal, he just really embodies the role of Frank Castle. I mean, that one scene where he's talking to Matt Murdock by the graveyard, like, I mean, I was in tears in that scene. Like, so he really, like I said, he embodies the role, and I'm really excited for the series. And like you said, we've got a lot of heroes in this Marvel television cinematic universe that we got now. So it's going to be cool to see like an anti-hero and seeing someone who's just going to kill people left and right. So
I'm really excited for the Defender show.
Yeah,
because I mean, I know we haven't seen Iron Fist yet. I have no doubt it's going to be just as great as the other shows because I'm more excited for the Defenders than I am for Infinity War, honestly. Because Infinity War, while it's going to be crazy, fun, excitement, don't get me wrong, I am excited for that. But the Defenders, I'm like, whoa, you got like 3 amazing shows I've seen so far that are 3 out of, I mean, I haven't seen Iron Fist yet, so it's going to be like 4 shows crossing over.
I can't wait to see that.
Oh, man. Because we're going to get time to hang out with these guys. It's not going to be just a 2-hour episode. It's going to be
a lot of depth.
13 episodes. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. And it's a time where we're going to get the chance to see an ultimate crossover where you really do get to explore all these characters throughout the season. That one I get really
Did you
excited
hear
for.
he's playing the villain? What actress?
No.
Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, yeah, I did
The
hear
Defenders.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Reprising her role from
Ellen Ripley, right?
Paul. Remember
She's not playing Ellen Ripley?
No, she's the villain that she was in Paul.
I never saw Paul. Is that the movie with Simon, or with Seth Rogen? Or...
Yeah,
Yes.
and Simon Baker. I'm all about getting my movie facts.
All those Simon Baker fans.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up really soon. We'll just answer a couple more questions, and then we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys for everyone who's been on this chat so
thank you
far.
so
How long
much,
have we been
guys.
live for? Almost an hour.
Almost an hour.
Okay, let's look at a couple more questions. Going through YouTube. Let's go through YouTube first. We'll take a YouTube question, then a Younow question. No. 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 No.
How do you
I'll
know
take that one. Bernard543. Step Brothers 2. I'm sick of talking about comic books, and everyone's talking about comic books in this section. A Step Brothers 2. I heard that they're coming back together for a Sherlock Holmes movie.
Yeah, and they've been talking about making that movie for a few years now, actually, because I think they originally announced that they were doing the Will Ferrell, Sacha Baron Cohen was attached at the time, like
That's
Sherlock.
Talladega Nights.
No. But I think this is around the time of either like the show or the Guy Ritchie movies or something. Like they've been talking about doing that for a long time, and I have not heard anything about it in a while. I didn't know it was still a thing.
I think Step Brothers 2 would be awesome.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it would be because I don't see them as just recycling. That's one thing I gotta say about Anchorman 2. Even though I don't really like Anchorman 2, I don't feel the problem is because of recycled material. I don't feel it's because of recycled jokes. I still felt like they still tried doing new things, which doesn't make me like. So I'm not saying that to aid my support for a Step Brothers 2, but I feel like a Step Brothers 2 is a thing a lot of people have really wanted. And I think John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell are I would hate it if they did like a Dumb and Dumber with Step Brothers,
But who would you cast? Go.
Okay. Tom Holland and
Robert Downey Jr.
Jr. Step Brothers 2.
I kind of want to see that.
Stepper Brothers.
Stepper Brothers. You know what, man? I think a Step Brothers 2 could work in theory. Because the thing about Step Brothers, I know Anchorman. Oh!
Whoa! Christian Manzanetto donated 10,000 bars!
You guys are so good.
Right at the end of the video. This is for you, Christian.
Thank you so much. Look at this. Look at this.
Touch it, John.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Every time he touches it, I do that. Touch it again, John.
Here's T.
Christian! Here's your shout out, Christian. Just keep my shirt off for Christian until this is done.
But the thing about Step Brothers is the first one is such a loose movie, and it's kind of overlong, and it's so crazy in how committed they are to what the joke is. So at least for me, I kind of got to admire that movie even when it's not working because it's just so sure of what it's doing. Yeah. And I feel like there is something about that little piece of magic where they could come up with a wacky premise and do Step Brothers.
Yeah, no, I love Step Brothers. It's one of my favorite comedies ever, and the only thing I'm a little worried about is how many comedy sequels can you name that are great? I mean, Wayne's World 2, but how many off the top of your head comedy sequels can you name that are really funny and as good as the first?
Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 2.
I actually like it. Okay, I actually like Rush Hour 2.
Nights is funny. All Jackie Chan sequels are fun. Christopher 81, this is not embarrassing what I'm doing. Christian donated... Christian, you are spoiling me, my dear. You're spoiling us.
Seriously.
Oh, and now Night Mist. Oh my god, you guys are so... I'm taking off my pants right now, and you can't even tell. But I'm completely butt naked for you.
Can you talk about Alien Covenant?
That'll be the last question for the night.
Well, we can talk about something else.
We've talked about Alien Covenant before.
Yeah, we talked about Alien Covenant last time.
Okay, I got a quick one. Jimmy Neutron 00 said, where will Marvel go after the Infinity War films? It'll end. Marvel will shut down as a studio. They'll kill off all their heroes. That's my prediction. I would love it. I would love it if Marvel, let's say 10, 20 years from now, not 10, but many years from now, they just started tanking horribly. They were like, fuck it, let's just do Punisher kills the Marvel Universe. I think that would be so fucking sweet if they did that.
That'd be wicked. Ooh. Wait, we can end on that.
Okay, what?
What DC Marvel hero do you think would best describe yourself?
What DC Marvel superhero or villain by Stephanie, she asked, would best describe yourself? I'm a little bit more like a Loki, you know? I'm a lot like Loki. Because I like to frostbite bitches. Whatever that means. Oh. No, who am I? Andrew, you go first. Who are you?
Mine's obvious. Come on, man. Look at the shirt.
Andrew's totally Batman.
But who is most like you now?
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, man. I'm a billionaire.
Philanthropist, playboy.
Why do you think he doesn't work on really trying to promote his channel? He doesn't need the channel.
I fight crime at night, man. Jesus.
John is, who does Dave Bautista play?
Oh, in
Drax.
Drax.
Yeah, he's Drax.
Since when?
You're too logical about this.
I get humor.
You're Drax.
Peter Parker.
Christopher 81 says I'm like a rocket raccoon.
I can see that.
I don't know where you get
Then
that
that
from.
makes me Groot, and I've always been Groot whenever we pick, so.
Camp VAV says Andrew, Bruce Wayne, Greg, Tony Stark, John, Oliver Queen. John is Oliver Queen? What? Oh, that's a compliment.
Really? How? Why?
Oliver Queen is like...
You suck!
Oliver Queen is like super sexy. He's like Batman, but for Starling City in some ways.
Oh, wow. That's an honor.
He's a
Thank
I
you.
say you're a
Billionaire
billionaire too. It's not the worst life, man.
No, hey, that's honest. That's
We're all
awesome.
billionaires in this scenario.
That's true.
That would help.
Yeah,
I think that's his point, actually. Yes. All right, guys. We're going to call this a night. We want to keep it to like an hour today. Thank you to everyone who tuned in.
How do you donate bars, cock? Somebody says. You go on Younow and you...
Chad Adams, you're the last shout out, Mr. Adams. Thank you all for tuning in. You can subscribe to Andrew's Movie Source channel. Where he talks about movies. He's a source for that. John is the social media manager of Facebook.com/Bloomhouse or Bloomhouse.com. Also the social media manager of the Facebook of The Real Rejects. I'm Greg Alba. I am the third schmo. So
Andrew versus Greg.
please
John
make sure to
of
subscribe to Collider Videos.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. You all have a great night. And special shout outs to the guys who donated bars. We'll start from least bars to most
It's not
bars.
about quantity.
It's about competition. Polo down your pants.
Polio down your pants.
Thank you so much.
Joe
Joe Brown.
Brown.
Oh my god, you clown. Alex Rocks my cocks.
That's right.
Night Mist has brought me bliss. Christian Manzanado makes me go homo. Oh, even more bars. You, Christian, are the real Christian. You are the Jesus to my Christ. We're going to end on that note. Thank you, Christian. And thank you for all the likes, too, everyone.
Cheers.
You're all way too kind to us. And we clearly work hard for it. Oh, how do I end this podcast? This thing.
Oh, I gotta end it over there.
Oh, yeah, my bad. John, go end it.
Yeah, seeing behind the scenes.
Goodbye, everyone on YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, now. And are you sure?